Hello, everyone. I'm Mello.
And I'm Mo.
Welcome to the Press Start Podcast. Today we have a little bit of new Nintendo Switch news, some Overwatch news. It's getting some new skins right around the corner, and we are getting some more Ghost Recon's Wildlands information, which is a game I'm excited about. That's why I'm talking about it right
It
away.
looks pretty good. I remember seeing
Uh,
the trailer like really, really early on in the Press Start podcast history.
yeah, yeah, we saw it. I can't remember what was in it, but I remember. Anyway, first thing we're going to talk about is the new leaked Overwatch skins for the Chinese New Year event. Now, I have a little bit of a problem with this, but I'll just go ahead and tell you guys. May's getting a new China, or like the legendary skins are pretty much May, Diva, Reinhardt. I keep wanting to call him Pudge, Roadhog, Winston, and Zenyatta. I keep wanting to call him Pudge. Like I keep wanting to call Winston Harambe. But anyway, they're leaked, and I
Man,
don't I don't like the fact that May is getting a Chinese New Year skin because I feel like it was forced because Overwatch has a lot of crybabies in the community,
that it
and
does.
because of the whole Tracer's pose thing, there was one other instance I can't really remember at the moment.
I remember there was one too, but I don't remember it.
But and because of I'm not saying because of this, but Jeff Kaplan said or Overwatch tweeted that there's not going to be a Valentine's Day event. So what that makes me believe is that they cut development for a Valentine's Day event in order to get a Chinese New Year event,
Possibly. I mean,
and that's jank.
how's it jank really?
Because I'd prefer a Valentine's Day event more than a Chinese New Year event.
Cause you want to see Tracer's ass.
So,
All right.
no, I mean, I don't care about that. I just to me it feels like they forced this May skin because somebody cried about it.
That's a possibility, but
And that's what makes me mad.
well, I mean, either way it goes, there's no skins, no legendary skins, and the Roadhog skin looks pretty cool. I will
Yeah, I
say.
like the ears, man. I like the
Yeah,
ears and the
the
mouth. I
ears.
like the look at the Ronin fucking Reinhardt
Yeah, I
skin.
know it looks pretty
That
rad.
looks
That
badass.
it
I hope they
does.
do something with his shield, like a different design besides the hexagons, maybe something a little different. Zenyatta, like his like I didn't like his nutcracker. Like I mean, I like the nutcracker skin he got, but like it's like, and I don't really dig this skin he
The
has either.
Winston skin looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. It's Sun Wukong,
Alrighty.
but yeah,
Uh,
you're just out of the loop because you don't play Overwatch anymore.
I do play Overwatch too, but like it's so hard now because the whole fucking meta's changed in a matter of days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the meta is like three tanks now, and maybe Symmetra because I've been maining Symmetra. And I've been wrecking ass.
Maining Symmetra. What was that? I heard when Overwatch first came out. There's no such thing as a main, bro. What are you doing?
You
What are
know
you
what I
doing?
mean. You know what I mean. Anyway, next article. If you guys have played Limbo or Inside, the developer teased a new game with this little still image on Twitter, and it's just a picture of like what looks to be an astronaut looking at a meteor crashing into something. I don't fucking
It's
know. I can't really
probably
tell.
probably going to be a Limbo Inside esque game, like you know how they like to work with
Just side
a
scrollers.
lot of
That's what it
silhouettes and
is.
whatnot. It's
Yeah.
possibly an astronaut on an unknown planet, which would be pretty deep.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't really tell much from this photo because of their simplistic art style. You can't really tell where anything is.
No,
And that's kind of hard to do.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I never got to play Limbo or Inside. I think I own both of those,
I
and I just
played
never played.
Limbo and I wanted to play Inside. Let me interrupt you. I played Limbo and really want to play Inside. If you have it, I'm going to play it because I have access to Carmelo's Steam library and he buys games and I don't, and that's great.
Yep.
Moving on.
Moving on. Okay, so this is something you and I could talk about because microtransactions have been a problem for a while. Let's go ahead and just read the title. Xbox get rewards for spending money on free-to-play games.
Now, this is a strange fucking way to incentivize spending money on free to play games.
But here's one other way to look at it is like Xbox knows that people are going to spend this money anyway, so might as well incentivize them even more.
Microsoft has announced a new program that offers rewards for people who spend money on free-to-play Xbox games. Xbox Live Rewards members join here free can now earn what Microsoft is calling Freedom Rewards. When you
God.
spend at least $30 on a single free-to-play game in 1 month, you'll earn 2,000 rewards credits, and they reset every month. Jank? What can you do with these? You can spend rewards credits on things in the Xbox store, such as games, TV shows, movies, and more. Well, it's not too bad, but I mean, my point is, I have to spend $30 on goddamn World of Tanks or Warframe in order to do this. And, it's probably not, I don't see myself going, God damn, I need a tier 3 tank right now, so pop $30 in, call it a day. I don't,
I can't think of many freemium games,
I
like
mean,
off the top of my head, besides Warframe and World of Tanks. Now, I'm pretty sure as I open up Steam right now and go to their free-to-play games, I'll find a couple.
you'll get flooded. I won't be able to find you. You got
um,
Warframe. Warframe's a pretty good game, but now
I
it's
do.
kind of like saturated with, as far as I understand, a whole
Let's
like
see, maybe Paladins. I don't know if that's on Xbox. Smite for sure.
Smite, yeah.
Which is like I don't like. Would you even really consider that early access? Because it's. I consider it done.
What is Smite considered early access?
Yeah, on Steam, I'm looking at it. Oh no, never mind. Free to play games. Whoops, free to play. My
I
bad.
was like,
My bad.
whoa, that game's been like
My
a
bad.
thing
That's
for years.
yeah, my bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing some other free to play. How can you have specials? Okay, never mind. I like how can you have a special on a free to play games like discount on their bundles or whatever?
We're selling this free to play game for a discounted price of negative $0. Welcome to Steam, everybody. Moving on. Injustice
Yeah.
2 beta confirmed. Registration is now live. It's going to be a closed beta.
So, what do you think about the whole Injustice 2 thing? Do
Uh,
you think it's going to be good, first of all? Like, I don't think we talked about it last show.
well, here's what happened to Mortal Kombat to me, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to have to drip for this when I just hit the microphone. It's probably really loud. Mortal Kombat 9, me and you used to get pretty into that game. Like, we'd
Yeah.
sit and play it for a while. We were pretty decent at it. We loved some Mortal Kombat 9. Ben loved it too. Everybody that played Smash right now, well, I don't know if Smitty liked it, but I mean, the whole Smash crew, when there was a Smash crew, we all played Mortal Kombat 9. And Mortal
Hmm.
Kombat 10 came out, and something happened. I don't
Yeah,
know.
what did happen exactly?
It,
Oh, wait, I know what they did.
they changed a couple of not the core mechanics, but the core mechanics. You know what I mean? And
The core
they
mechanics.
changed the core mechanics of like there's like 3 different styles for every character now, and I'm like, oh, that's
Which I understand.
you
I
know,
understood
give
that,
us
but
more
it sucked.
variety.
It
It
sucked.
gave us more variety, but at the same time, it was like it changed something fundamentally. It changed like this guy's playing Scorpion and I'm playing Liu Kang. Now it's like this guy's playing Scorpion Blah style and this guy's playing Liu Kang Blah style, and shit starts getting a little. I don't know. I mean, I understand it gives variety, and variety is a good thing, but not in Mortal Kombat. I guess. I guess just give us the same thing every time. You can Call of Duty Mortal Kombat. You can do that just fine because it's Mortal Kombat. Add more characters. Don't change the characters. Add more characters.
Also, I think you and I like will probably agree on this. Like at this point in time, I think like fighting games should just like never have a decreased roster or roster that are missing characters. Period.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's a good reason for it.
I mean, yeah, but there's
But
like some
really,
games that come out like like the rosters are just slightly smaller for some stupid
my
reason.
my only fear with Injustice 2 is that it'll pull Mortal Kombat 10, and Mortal Kombat 10 didn't feel like Mortal Kombat. I mean, it felt like it's really hard to explain. There was such a subtle difference between MK9 and MK10, like the way it felt when you played it.
Yeah.
Not picking a character, not picking a style, but the way it felt when you played it. It's like the difference between Battlefield 3 and 4.
And you know, with this, they could easily ruin Injustice 2 because of the gear system, which they've already stated that in certain game modes the gear doesn't do anything.
Yeah, they have. I don't know that. Or that they would allow, I don't think they'd allow gear online. It might just be like a single player kind of thing, or like almost like a campaign kind of thing to give you some campaign esque progression, or maybe like an arcade mode progression or something. I'm fine with that. But
Yeah.
if me and you were sitting down to 1v1 and you got gear on, I'm sure you can turn it on and off like customs in Smash or whatever.
Hmm.
But I mean, as long as it's optional, that's fine. I just don't want the game to feel like Mortal Kombat 10 did, where where the actual gameplay felt for some reason different, and then you can't put your finger on it. It was like the difference between BF3 and BF4, where
Hmm.
like you couldn't tell what was wrong with the fucking game, but you knew something was wrong with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know you know what I mean because we both played the hell out of both of those games.
yeah.
But there was a difference, and the same thing with MK9 and 10. I just hope it doesn't translate over to Injustice
One
2.
problem that happened with MK9 and 10 is when they did the moves, when they did the different fighting styles or fighting sets, they split the moves up. That created a lot of the combos. So the community had to find some new
Well,
combos.
that's fine. I'm all down with finding new combos and all that, but it just
Yeah,
felt
but
like
like
them
when you split like core combos that people
have
know,
known
you know,
for 20 plus years.
well, it was just, or no, not even that, just known from 9 to 10, and you're like, well, why can't I do this? You know, that kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth.
And just it just felt different. Like the core gameplay felt
Like, well, let me ask you this: since you've played Smash, like, are the core combos and controls the same?
across every iteration of Smash except for the first one.
Really?
They're like Link has only had like two moves changed, actually three moves changed in 4 games. Like
Okay.
he's had like for example his jab in the first Smash it would do a 1 2 3, then he'd stab repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
In Melee it was a 1 2 3. In Brawl it was a 1 2 3. In Smash 4 it's a 1 2 3. They just removed the stab repeatedly. The only thing they changed with his dash attack was now he instead of running with his sword out, he does a jump slash like he does in the games. Like there's just
Mm-hmm.
very very minute subtle changes, and some of the characters haven't changed at all, like at all. I mean, of course, they've had to change because of the engine the game's running on,
Yeah.
the way they operate, but the actual move set is majority of the time it's the same. I don't see, and they do split it up with custom moves and stuff, but all that's completely optional. Which in MK10 it's not. You have to pick like a sub
Yeah.
fighting style.
Like a class,
Yeah,
like it's like
they have
I
like an
like
offensive speed and a defense based fighting style for every character in the game or something.
like they first announced it. I like the idea of like previously a Scorpion could beat a Sub Zero, but now Sub Zero Grandmaster can beat Scorpion, Scorpion Hellfire, and like that's cool.
Yeah, like Smitty just
But
said, Jigglypuff has the exact same moveset from Smash 64, so she hasn't changed in a long time.
yeah, and so like that's, but could you see Smash doing something similar to MK10 of just splitting moves?
No, that would never happen.
Yeah, and like I don't understand it.
I guess
And like
they were trying to make it fresh again.
and so like what we're talking about here, I feel like just going back to actual Injustice 2, are things going to feel bad when you play them?
I don't
When you
know.
play this game? That's
Uh,
what I'm worried about.
me
I'm worried
me too.
that either the gear's not going to fucking matter, which it's not going to in pro level gaming,
No, in
or it might,
any competitive mode, gear will not be a thing. I can already tell you that because
or they could set a mode to where, okay, you need to blind set your equipment against your opponent, which means you don't know what your opponent's going to equip or play, and just you're pretty much just playing your main character.
and that's akin to like going and playing custom on a competitive level in Smash.
Yeah.
They tried that one time and everybody bitched about it because it was so jank. It changed the entire meta of the game because you just turned one mode on. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And one thing Killer's pointing out is when they pull characters out of the game and they replace them with the horror characters like Jason,
Yeah.
because Alien's pretty much Baraka, and he was my main in MK9.
Baraka's my favorite character from the Mortal Kombat franchise.
Yeah.
He just is. I don't know why, because just how weird he looks, how crazy he is. Just, you know.
But he's offensive and defensive. That's what I liked about him in
Yeah,
MK9.
yeah.
But he can't take a fucking punch though. But it's like it's just I don't know. Like right now, but like I don't know anybody who plays Street Fighter. I don't play Street Fighter. I never got into it. Marvel vs. Capcom, I don't give a shit about it. But when it comes to Injustice and Mortal Kombat, it feels to me like these guys have to get it right.
Yeah. We can't have fan service characters like that, dude. We can't. Because,
No.
I mean, it's cool that I can play as Freddy fucking Krueger or Jason
And it's
or
cool that he's
Predator.
his own character instead of a recycled
Like a,
Baraka
yeah.
Alien. That's really cool. I dig that.
You still have Diddy's killing everything. But I don't know.
Do we have chat on screen or do we have that enabled yet?
I haven't had it, and didn't sit down and enable it. I was going to put a section in it for the articles. I'll get to that next time. I promise. I forgot all
Okay,
about it.
that's all good. Anyway,
Okay, we can move on to. There's a huge Battleborn update out today. Includes more.
you skipped one.
What I skip?
Rainbow Six.
Oh well, I actually had it in the wrong order. Rainbow Six Siege's next free update teased. Carmelo, take it away.
Okay, so they're having a championship sometime in March. Which I don't know. Like, listen. If I was any game developer or anything, I'd be like, listen, I'm delaying all my shit till April because Nintendo's got March on
They
lockdown.
do. They have it
They
locked.
really
That's
do.
like
I mean, like, I'm not a Zelda fanboy. I'm not a Nintendo fanboy, but I know that
the people that
people
are
aren't going to fucking play everything else. You know, people have been waiting on Zelda for about 7
5 years.
years now.
We've been waiting on that game for a long time, dude.
So, like, if I were anybody else, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to move the game back, give it a little bit more development time, and fix a few extra
When
things.
Siege launched, didn't it launch in the same window as Battlefield and Call of Duty?
No.
Okay.
Siege launched, I think, this month last year or December of
Okay,
last
because I was saying, if there's any major FPS trying to launch in November, it's fucked.
Well. Here's the thing. Like Rainbow Six, it's Rainbow Six. People know what they're fucking getting, and fans like me, are pretty. We were happy when it got announced. But anyway, it's getting 2 new operators, a new map, which isn't enough for GameSpot. Um, and it'll be revealed. It probably won't be released, but they have a weird history of like announcing things and releasing them right away, and then announcing things and not releasing them for a while. So. That's pretty much what you can expect from Rainbow Six.
Because I was having a discussion with a friend of mine at work, or actually his management, but he was talking about how he really wants to get into PC gaming because games like Rainbow Six Siege are dead on consoles
Yeah.
because of the mindset, I suppose, of the people that play on a console. I'm not by any means trying to offend anybody who may play on a console, but on a PC, PC gamers in general tend to have more communication because of things like Ventrilo and TeamSpeak. And while you may have your party systems and whatnot on your PS4s and your Xbox Ones, something about it's still fucked up. I don't know. Maybe it's just the. I think just console gamers in general like fast-paced, arena-based shooters,
They are.
and I can understand that.
Because a game like Rainbow Six doesn't feel good to them because the analog stick isn't precise.
And there's a lot of like waiting and a lot of being patient in tactical shooters. And I think console gamers have been conditioned to gallivant from left to right, shooting anything that moves. That sounds really offensive, but I'm not trying to make it sound offensive. I'm sure there are plenty of people like get hella deep on like
Yeah.
Battlefield 1 on a PS4.
But one thing Killer's saying in chat is like it's kind of fucked that we don't often get to play those new maps, and I've kind of defended the idea. It's one of those things like where it's a good thing you don't get to play the new map that often, and it's a bad thing because you got new operators. But they did release some map on its own with no operators, and I haven't played it once, and Killer's only played it 3 times. So
So you're saying that they're not putting all the maps in cycle, or they're just not coming out often enough? Like not the
you're
maps.
not you're not you're not
but-
queuing into them all.
Right, right. That's what I was about to say. All right. Are you done with your siege talk?
Yeah.
And I'll talk about this this battle porn
Battleborn.
update.
Okay, so I think it was like one of our earlier episodes. Battleborn went on sale for like $15, like 2 or 3 months after it launched.
Because it just got fucking wasted by Overwatch. It just
Okay, and if you didn't pick up Battleborn during the Humble Bundle at that time when I told you to, it's getting a free update. It's going to be 13 gigs on PS4, 18 gigs on Xbox One, and 15 on PC. I don't know why the differences are so weird. Probably patches and stuff to kind of make things work a little bit better on the inside of in the background at least.
right.
But yeah, it's getting a new story mission. Like, it doesn't matter because all the characters suck. I haven't played it since I bought it from Humble Bundle. I just can't do it.
Have you tried to play it?
I've tried to play it.
Is it
I just can't. It's just so boring. I just like because the way the matchmaking system works is like you gotta start a game and you can either play by yourself or you have to wait to matchmaking and get paired up with random
And
people. So
nobody's playing that fucking game.
no, nobody's playing that fucking game.
You'll have that. You will have that. They just chose the wrong time to try to make this to try to release this game.
Yeah.
Does it just crank the texture details up and such up to max? Smitty asks.
Yeah, do you see the performance differences on your screen?
Oh
Like on
no,
the
hang on.
PS4 Pro, the game can run at a number of different resolution frame rate
Okay,
combinations,
yeah, I see.
including 1080p 30, 1080p 60, or 4K 30.
Who wants to do 4K 30? No,
Um,
not
Xbox One S players will have the option to change the visuals up to 1080p. This is what you and I were talking about a couple months ago. Like,
the the
it's
great
starting to get
the Great
it's
Divide.
it's starting to get to where console players like they're getting like actual technical differences
Yeah,
because
but
because
between
Xbox isn't Xbox anymore. It's Xbox S, PlayStation 4 Pro, Xbox One S.
and I called this a long time ago. It wasn't even on the podcast. I was talking to Fred back in when I lived in Price Bottom, and I had the computer room in the back, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, dude, look, we're going to have all these different. I wouldn't be surprised if every 6 months to a year, Microsoft and Sony release a different iteration of the same console.
Yeah,
They've been doing this, but I mean, like, this time there will be actual performance differences to the point where you could almost consider it a new console to try to keep up with the advances in architecture. And they're doing that now.
I mean, like we saw this coming, and it's going to get to the point where like 3 4 when did the Xbox One and PS4 launch? 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
Like let's say 2021, 2022.
There will be like 5 different
Well, let's
iterations.
say Xbox Z comes out. I guarantee you the original Xbox One cannot run an Xbox Z
Title.
title
Probably
because
not.
it's probably going to be something along those lines. I guarantee you.
2013.
2013.
God damn, it's been that long.
I have a feeling that's going to happen. I have a feeling that it's either going to be really unplayable.
They're going to divide their player base so fucking hard that
No, you probably won't have to divide the player base exactly. Because, I don't
I mean,
know.
it's going. It's going.
Cross platform is a close thing because of Rocket League, since they've been working on that.
Well, what I'm saying is like technically, with technical specifications, like now we're going to have like say Battleborn for Xbox One and Battleborn for, let's just imagine for a second that any Battlefield comes out, 'cause that's better. Uh, you're going to have one that's only going to be able to run on the next generation of the Xbox One hardware, and one that's only going to be able to run on the previous generation of the Xbox One hardware.
Yeah.
And at some point down the line, they might have to split that entire player base just because of performance. Because not, and you're going to say no, they won't. Why would they do that? Well, because if one person's game is running at 60 FPS and the other person's game is running at 30 FPS, who do you think's going to have the better? Who do you think's going to have the upper hand in that situation?
The person running 60 FPS.
Absolutely, and they're going to divide their player base, and it's going to come back and eat them. It's going to come back and bite them in the ass bad.
It's going to hurt them in the long run for sure.
It is for sure.
That or people are just going to have to stick with their console or upgrade. Either way, they're going to be making money, and it's kind of unfair to the community.
It is anti-consumer as fuck. But nobody's going to see that. It's going to say,
The difference between PC hardware for anybody who's going to argue is that I can choose whether or not I want to upgrade my hardware, and I can future-proof it also.
And even if I can't run a game, I can just turn down the settings and still run the game.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, which we don't know if they're going to have those options in the future.
Yeah, to this, it says Xbox One S players will have the option to crank up the visuals.
Yeah,
so
Xbox One S users, not original Xbox
I know,
One
but what I'm saying is like, do you think there's going to be like a fucking video settings menu in a console game?
Eventually.
That's going to be wild.
Eventually, it'll happen. We're still. I guess we're still 2 or 3 generations off of where we'll see modular consoles where you can upgrade parts in them.
You mean a computer?
Yeah. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah. Moving on.
Okay.
Nintendo Switch gets another launch title, and it is The Binding
of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Binding of Isaac is a fun game. I'm surprised it's on the Nintendo Switch.
Well, they are working with a lot of third-party developers and a lot of indie developers. They've been doing a lot of indie stuff since the Wii U. Like, the Wii U has a ton of indie games on it.
Yeah, but, like, it's kind of, like, violent and satanic because that's the reason it wasn't on the Wii U.
Well, Nintendo's kind of like doing this thing now where they're like,
We
fuck
need
it,
money.
fuck it, just put the game on it. Well, I think they're reaching out for the 20s and 30 somethings. Now they're not. I don't think they're going to target the kids. Yada yada yada. I don't think we're going to get any more. Do you guys remember the commercial for Yoshi's Woolly World?
Yeah.
Or it was like Woshi, it's a devil Yoshi Exploshi. And it was like targeted towards children. I don't think we're going to see much more of that unless it's a game specifically targeted towards children. I want to see so badly the commercial that is going to air for Breath of the Wild because I feel like it's going to be so fucking good. And every time it comes on, I'm just going to jaw drop and stare at it.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, because it's like I you remember. Did you ever see the commercial for Ocarina of Time?
No.
Willst thou fight or willst thou flee?
Nope.
Willst thou get the girl? It was good, and the commercial for Majora's Mask, where you got this dude who's like up late night playing Majora's Mask and stuff, and like it's going around, and people are looking up at the sky, waiting on the moon to crash down. They're like, "You can do it, you can do it. You got to save us. You got to save us." And like I believe in you, and I'm like, "Damn, dude, that's just I don't know." It put the player in the perspective of Link.
Yeah.
But that's irrelevant. My point is that they're. Smitty said it's not surprising that they're carrying indie support over to Switch, and I'm very glad that they are. Also, Keely says I would die if they got Robin Williams' daughter in the new commercial. They totally should fucking do that because of that OOT 3DS commercial.
Oh my
That
god.
was beautiful. I cry every time. But yeah, that needs to happen. But somebody needs to call Nintendo and tell them to hit up Robin Williams' daughter. Hit up
You mean
Zelda.
Zelda Williams? Like, I don't know how
Zelda.
you don't know her fucking name, Mo.
I know her name, dude. I was saving it. I was about to say it, and then it just popped out. So popping off like a
I
champagne
was
cork
like,
right
I'm
now.
gonna give Mo one more chance to say
You
it.
should have gave me one more after that.
No.
You should have just gave me one more after that. Moving on.
Okay, X Witcher 3, Hitman, and Dying Light devs form a new studio.
This is wild.
Hitman's an okay game. Witchers are great, or Witcher 3 is a great game.
It
Dying Light,
was
not so
it
much.
was mediocre. I played it. It was
So you
okay.
have a range, like it. You have a range of just. You have a concoction here, pretty much.
You have a cornucopia of people who have worked on games both good and mediocre.
All AAA titles too. All AAA studios.
If they have anybody from CD Projekt Red, whatever game, whatever project they start, it's going to be fun.
You think
It's
so?
going to as long as they have
Have you played The
anybody.
Witcher 1?
Yeah.
You don't think it's shit?
Dude, it's so hard to fucking judge that game because it's so old, and it was
You
try.
can you can I can listen.
Hang on, no,
I
no.
had to. I don't cheat in games. Okay, I don't. I don't use cheat codes or anything. But listen, in that game, if you do not do every side quest as you progress through, you will not complete it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they were trying. They were trying a whole lot of stuff. They did a lot of stuff first with some of the management systems, the potions. They had a very Dying Light is going to die with this studio. But if he cheats, make him eat a thumbtack.
I don't cheat though.
Harken back to Skyrim motion controls.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but The Witcher one, it was that I feel like it was that way because it had so many systems in it. And if you look at The Witcher 2 and then The Witcher 3, they started boiling it down and making it a bit easier to understand. But even in Witcher 3, the beginnings of me playing that game, I was like, what the fuck? I have made like 4 potions the whole time. I haven't crafted any gear, and yet I completed the game. But I know that if I would have done that stuff, it would have been much easier.
Yeah, for real.
But I just went through it, and I fucked on stuff. The final boss fight was garbage, but
The final boss fight was garbage.
the first DLC, the first boss fight in the first DLC is miles harder than the last boss of the main story. Like, it's just a frog. It's a big ass toad.
Just a big ass
And
toad.
it's so much harder than the King of the Hunt, dude.
Really?
So much harder than the King of the Hunt. The King of the Hunt was a joke. All he did was stand in one spot, yell, throw a twister at you that you had to dodge. If you got too close to him, he'd do something that you could dodge. Hit him a couple times, repeat, do this ad nauseum, and you win.
I guess, man.
That's my only qualm about that whole game. Other than that, it's a goddamn masterpiece.
Anyway, what do you think they'll? What kind of game do you think they'll make?
I don't know, but whatever it is, it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good because I don't think. I think
Because
that.
you have three genres here. Not to interrupt, you have a zombie survival game, you have a stealth assassination game, and you have an open world exploration fantasy game.
You have an RPG. You have a first-person parkour zombies
Survival game.
crafting zombie survival game. Survival.
And
Mine.
you have a third person stealth assassination game.
So whatever it is, it's going to be pretty good. It could be pretty good. Like
It could.
I can't wait to see what it is. Let's keep this ball rolling. And do we know what the name of this studio is called? Is it in the article?
Um, I can't
I don't
remember.
think like the name of the new studio. The studio's called Strange New Things.
Okay.
Okay, Strange New Things. Let's do it.
We should have taken notes.
We should have taken notes, but that's okay because I have a monitor that I can look at with text on it from the article, and it's okay. I'll just read it. Let's do this real time. Real time.
Okay. Anyway, let's move on to the next article.
But everybody keep on. Strange New Things. Super Mario Run comes to Android in March. Alright, here's a fun story about this. Every goddamn day. Every goddamn day. I will pick up my phone and open the Play Store and look up Super Mario Run. And I will get Super Mario Run walkthrough. Super Mario Run levels. Super Mario Run this and this and that and that. And I'm like, well, where's it at? And I Google it. And I'm like, okay, so it's not out yet. It's on iOS. Dan can play it right now, but I can't. And every day, I will pick up. I don't know if it's any good. I couldn't fucking tell you.
No, it's pretty shit because you get a how can I explain it? You get a kind of like a couple trial levels, and then afterwards you got to pay $10 in order to play the rest of the game.
Wait, what?
And you get a couple free levels, and then you have to pay $10 in order to play the next couple, next worlds.
Well, I mean, you gotta make it. You gotta make that coin somehow. But
I mean, advertisement exists,
it does exist, and they are advertising it. But like, my point is, god damn it, Nintendo.
Yeah.
God damn it. I was
But
hoping.
then they have some competitive PvP stuff in there, which is pretty much time attack and spore attack mixed into one, which just you're competing for toads. Somehow toads are a currency now. I guess they're slaves or something.
God damn Nintendo. No, I like the fact that Nintendo is making the foray into mobile games. You just press on the screen to jump
Yeah, it's a
Mario.
Mario. It's an auto run.
That's the only control. Okay, so like I wanted to play this game just because it's Mario themed, and like I played Sonic Dash, I think it was called, and I thought that was kind of fun, even though you just tap the screen because it was Sonic and he was running real fast, got to go fast, and it was fun. I mean, I wouldn't say it was fun. It was something to fucking
Was he
do.
running around at
Uh,
the speed of sound?
You got no place to go. I think you got to follow my rainbow. I can recite that whole song, but my point is, it's Mario themed. I was looking forward to just going through some Mario themed levels while tapping at my screen wildly. I mean, if you look at like Geometry Dash, the only function in that game is tap the screen and jump. But it's got depth to it, and I figured, Nintendo put this game out, it might have a little depth to it. Got places to go, gotta
It's
follow my
just gonna follow
rainbow.
on. Anyway, the game is more bland than Pokemon Go, and that's saying something.
Well, Pokemon Go's not bland. It just
It kind of
it
is.
doesn't have the player base anymore that they wanted to have because it took so long for them to fix some things, and it was fucking buggy. But they didn't allocate enough people to working on it. It would have been great if they had put more people. I did too.
If it launched successfully, it would have been fine.
City Escape for like life, dude. For life. I just want Super Mario Run to not be fucking $10 past the tutorial. That's all I want. And
Yeah, it's
now that I know
$10
that,
past the tutorial.
now that I know that, I will not be checking my phone every day to see if it's down. I'll probably still check it.
Yeah, you will. You'll get it. You'll play it. You'll be like, maybe I got $10.
I don't ever have $10 ever, especially for a goddamn free to play game. Moving on. Nintendo Switch may get another Zelda game after Breath of the Wild. Now, here's where me and Carmelo are about to have a little fight. And if you don't agree with me, I'll meet you out in the blacktop in about 30 minutes.
Motherfucker, we still got an hour and a half on the show.
All right, so let's just hear me out, okay? Breath of the Wild has been in development a long fucking time, okay? But now that they have this new formula, they have. I don't know how they would ever follow this up. And yes, it does have less features than Game Boy Pokemon.
Yeah, it sucks.
Okay. For Alnuma to say this right now, I know that they have 3 development teams, kind of like COD, that will work on different Zeldas at like the same time. But this is a bold statement for him to say like already. Like he says, I haven't been able to fully use all the new features of the Switch. There could possibly be another Zelda on Nintendo Switch. Well, I know there's going to be an HD remake of something. Actually, no, there can't be, because there's already remade all of the 3D Zelda games.
Ocarina of Time.
It's already been made.
Spirit
3DS.
Tracks.
Carmelo, that wasn't a console game. You just
Doesn't have to be.
You're just fucking saying that. They're not. Let's get an HD report of Spirit Tracks on Nintendo Switch, please. A remix of the Skyward Sword, Smitty. We don't want that. We don't want that. They would never do that. Since Switch has motion controls, they could technically do it, but like I don't think that they would shoot themselves in the foot like that. Which they probably will end up doing that
Oh
anyway.
wait, can you confirm that we can swing swords in Skyrim?
We can't swing swords in Skyrim because there's not going to be any goddamn motion controls.
Yes, there will be, and somebody will be bleeding out the mouth from a thumbtack.
It's probable that they will redo Skyward Sword. It's probable.
Maybe.
Okay, but the game was bad. The story was good. The only thing good about that game was the story and the dungeons. IMO. The controls I had to recalibrate every 5 fucking minutes. It was listen. The calibration in that game was such a problem that you could recalibrate it just by pressing down on the D-pad. That's how often you had to do it. That they just fucking mapped it to a goddamn button. Fee is on par. Fi, whatever, is on par with Navi. I think that Fi, Fee, Fo, Fum is way worse than Navi ever was. Cause like I could ignore Navi. Fi will just pop out and tell you shit.
So there's no Zelda game after Breath of the Wild until the next console.
Now here's what I'm gonna.
No new one. It might be a remake, but no new one.
Here's where I differ with you on that. I think the Switch is going to run a much, much, much longer course than the Wii U or the Wii. No. I believe personally that it will.
No.
We will see, young Padawan. We will see. But Aonuma here is talking about character developments and how you learn new things as the characters develop. And that previously wasn't really a thing in Zelda. Previously, it was like Link was you, you are Link. You are one and the same. That is all. You're supposed to project yourself onto Link, but now they're giving Link his own persona. Of course,
You're not allowed to name him either.
You're not allowed to name him, which is completely new, which means that Link is getting some spotlight for once. Like he's actually becoming a character as opposed to a blank slate you project yourself on. Which I've always liked to look at Link as a character anyway, because of the things he does and the way he responds to stuff. It's a possibility we might get a new Zelda on Switch. It's a possibility, but it will be years down the line because people are going to be playing Breath of the Wild for a long time, and I feel like they're going to hit us with some DLC in the future. As strange as it is to say, this DLC for a mainline Zelda game, they've been experimenting with it in the past. I'm talking about this on an episode of Single Player I'm recording right now. Well, not currently, but you know what I mean. But it's a possibility that they will give us something to increase the longevity of Breath of the Wild, even though it's going to be a very long game by itself.
Let me ask you something. Do you think they'll do DLC with Breath of the Wild since they tested it out with Smash?
Absolutely. I think that it's a possibility. It might not happen, but I think that it will. DLC to change Link's name to Zelda. Start the second quest.
Also, I hope that like any RPG I play, any game where you can change your outfit, I hope there's an entire goddamn wardrobe.
In Breath of the Wild, it looks like there's quite a bit of shit. So you
There
can wear.
better had
You
better
could
be a
even
lot.
you can even change Link's hairstyle, which is new to the series. Actually, almost everything you're seeing
Hopefully, I can give him mutton chops.
mutton chops. Naming Link Zelda in some 2D games made the game harder or gave him an extra heart container on start. Yeah, Zelda 1 put you in the second quest, and the Oracle games gave you an extra heart. Zelda 1, the second quest thing was cool. It was really cool. And I'd like to see like an extra hard mode in Breath of the Wild or something. Even though that game looks like it's going to be hard as shit compared to every other Zelda
It
game.
does look hard.
Like one shot from a Guardian took like 4 hearts, and like
No, like on every video I've watched is fucking insta kill.
yeah, well yeah, it no I seen Alnuma said it took like oh holy shit Sheldon's in here,
Yeah, I got him in here.
that's wild. But name him
Yeah, see,
Bruce.
Mom, I'm doing more than you. I'm advertising the podcast.
Fuck you, mate. I'm running it. You know what I'm saying? But A, I see DLC coming to Breath of the Wild, and B, I see Breath of the Wild being way harder than any other Zelda game in the past. It takes 5 hearts if you get hit by a
Wow,
Guardian
that's a
laser.
lot.
That's a
That's a
lot,
lot.
and I love that, dude. I love that because previously, like, you would die in a Zelda game only if you fucked up extremely bad, or if you were trying to die. And you can cook and get different. You can gather different ingredients and cook and give yourself temporary hearts. And I believe you can find heart containers in the world. Why wouldn't you? That's been a staple since Zelda 1. But yeah, I see DLC. I see
Okay.
DLC in the future, and I don't know if I
Well, then,
see.
then, then that's what that kind of leads back to what I said, and that there's not going to be another Legend of Zelda game on the Switch. They'll just add DLC, which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing. They'd focus on the one they've got. But if
So,
the
does that say that the game wasn't quality because they're adding quantity to it?
no, it means that they're finding a fine balance now. So shut
Okay.
the fuck up, Carmelo. Also, if you plan on buying a hard copy of Breath of the Wild for the Wii U, you will still have to install 3 gigabytes. I think this is to circumvent loading times, and
Yeah, which
possibly to help with textures. By contrast, the digital version of Breath of the Wild on the Wii U takes up 13 gigabytes. That's fine. I'm excited to know that it's going to be on the eShop. I hope it's
which
going
the
to.
Switch version loads faster anyway. But
Yeah,
you
of
know,
course,
y'all
because
want that.
it's using the cartridge. I'm excited to know that it's going to be on the eShop. I hope it's going to be on the eShop day one. I don't see why it wouldn't be. There
Dude,
might
they kind of just already confirmed an eShop on day one because of the Binding of Isaac.
really.
I mean,
Okay.
think about it. It's a digital only game, so there's going to be an eShop. I hope there's a GameCube eShop.
There's probably going to be. It may take them a little bit after the launch to get it going, but they'll
Also, about towards the end of its life cycle.
shut the fuck up, Karma. 1v1 me.
Okay, last article we got is GameStop sells through initial Nintendo Switch stock.
That sucks because I
And
have.
let me tell you guys something. After I pre-ordered mine, a couple days later, I saw on the news that GameSpot had to call and tell people, "Hey, we had to cancel your Nintendo Switch pre-order
Why?
because they sold more than what they actually had."
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I'd fucking hurt somebody, dude.
yeah, that's insane, isn't it?
That is.
It's insane.
They need more switches, dude, because I'm not going to be able to grab one.
I don't understand. Like, all this is going to do is help the scalpers.
I think like what Nintendo was doing was like I honestly don't think this is their fault. I think they're like, well, let's just get a couple out there and see how well they're going to sell, and then everybody just ate it. They just chewed
No,
through
you
them.
know Nintendo's on some kind of good cocaine to where they don't think, oh, our entire Wii U generation didn't get a brand new Legend of Zelda game, and here we are announcing one for the Switch, which is a new console. People are tired of their Wii U. You know, let's just make a couple Switches. You know, let's not make too many. That's exactly what they've done.
I hope that they get their shit together and this doesn't happen because I can't handle this. I couldn't handle this. I can handle not having fucking amiibos. I can even handle it. I can handle having a shortage of goddamn Joy-Cons on the shelf, dude. But what I don't want to do is walk into Walmart with 4 hundo in hand, say I need a Switch and a copy of Breath of the Wild, and they're like, we don't have the Switch, but we have Breath of the Wild and some spare Joy-Cons.
Well, at least you can get your Joy
Oh,
Cons.
yeah, let me get my Joy-Cons so I can go home and fill of them, you know.
Yeah, fill them ice cubes. But I don't know how many Switches were made for launch. I really don't.
2 million.
Are you sure?
That's what Smitty says. He thinks, and if Smitty thinks something, then usually he's right.
Usually he's right.
I mean, in my experiences since high school, he's like 95.9% right. So I'm gonna listen to him.
Okay,
Why
so
isn't he on this fucking podcast?
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, moving on.
We gotta have some smart people in the chat because eventually it's gonna get.
It says GameStop is working. I just hit the microphone again. Working closely with Nintendo to get more Switch units, though there is no word on yet when the next batch will be available. What about Walmart? They're going to have it at Walmart, Carmelo.
They'll definitely
Listen, hang on. When you're
big.
back there and you're taking Switches out of the box, you take a picture and you send it to me, okay? You send it straight to me, and I'll be right there.
I'll be rubbing my cock on the box.
I'll be right there. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Watch Together. What have we got queued up for us today, Carmelo?
We got.
Oh, hang on. I gotta take us back to video mode.
I know that's so cool, isn't
Oh
it?
no, I gotta fix your stuff. You're too big.
God damn it, Mo.
Oh no, there was some.
Why don't you close those tabs, man? We're done with those articles.
I'm going to. I'm going to.
Oh my God, I'm huge.
You are huge, but now you're not. Now we're relatively the same size. Let me close some of these tabs so Watch Together doesn't close on or crash on me.
Yeah.
And then let me make this full screen. And at first, let me educate the volume properly because
God, Mo, I thought we were professionals, man.
we're not professionals, dude. We're just your local neighborhood podcast. Okay, you're waving that coffee. Here's some cherry Pepsi from KFC.
Okay, let's go ahead and fucking start. So this is one of the games that we had no idea what the fuck it was, besides a couch co-op game.
Snipper clips, cut it all together.
Yep. This game looks confusing as fuck at some points.
It looks like a game that we should all smoke the marijuanas and play.
The Press Start podcast does not endorse illegal drug use.
It's not illegal in half the states, mate.
I mean, it's a fun party game like Smash.
I'll be down there. I'll be down there in a minute, dude. I can see how this would become more difficult as it progresses.
Yeah, you can tell.
Because I've played mobile games that are similar to this.
Yeah.
But like this looks like it has
Those controllers look so uncomfortable.
They look uncomfortable, but everybody's saying that they're not. Everybody's.
They look like. I don't know. Like I just look at them. Like I feel like my fingers are cramped already, man.
Like everybody's saying that they're not uncomfortable. They're saying that they feel about like a NES controller if it had a joystick.
Yeah.
And I don't find a NES controller uncomfortable.
I mean, like, I enjoy puzzle games, but, like, I don't think this is up my alley.
But, yeah, Smitty's right. This looks like it can get very hard very fast, depending on the complexity of the shapes you have to make.
Which, it looks like they spawn as the same shape every time.
Yeah, and you have to cut each other out into the proper shape.
Like, look how complicated it's getting, like, with that. Look at that.
Yeah, like, I could see myself, oh, yeah, this is
Yeah,
lit, dude.
I
could, let's get this, Carmelo.
No, is that going to be the first Press Start co-op?
Probably.
This looks difficult.
It does. I'm excited.
God.
It looks like a frustration-based game, too.
It does. Oh, God.
See? They're quite comfortable, and they look like
they're small too. I just don't know.
Oh, you'll see, Carmelo. You'll see.
You'll see. I mean, we'll see with my Switch.
Yeah, because I don't get one. Do get Breath of the Wild though.
Yeah, for the Wii U inferior console.
You're inferior.
You're inferior.
You're inferior.
You're the inferior one. So I thought I'd add this video to the playlist because, your single player was, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know what the fuck this is. I've never heard this before. So now I know, and I can be informed on the next episode of single player.
Yeah. Which your episode will be next week.
Yeah.
Mine comes out this Wednesday.
Why don't you release it the same day why don't you release it after this episode the
Rather
podcast?
not, rather not, just to let our content kind of fan out evenly. That
Oh,
way, we're
I
not
suppose so.
overloading viewers. I've been
So,
on YouTube for 2 years, Mo. I know what I'm doing.
listen, dude, I've been watching YouTube for a long time.
Hmm. Okay, so next video is about arms, which we talked about last time, and like I
Um,
have no fucking idea what it is.
it you can turn off motion controls before you start watching this at all. You can turn it completely off,
Yeah.
but I would probably keep it on.
Switch, and one of the games we played was shown off in the stream event the night before. A little game called Arms.
Arms! Okay, well, yes, it is about arms, but this is like a fighting game or a boxing
This looks
game.
good. I like
Yeah.
how they do
And,
the camera
uses
a
the
lot.
motion, Joy-Cons, and you work
Um,
with one fist or another.
It's looking to me like,
characters with long, expendable arms. They're like springs.
yeah, I like the idea of this, honestly.
Inside of an arena from
Yeah.
someone pretty far away, and that actually leads
But
to
this
some
seems to me like it's a one-off.
I found the game to be more
Well, yeah,
interesting than I
maybe,
thought
but
it was
like
gonna be.
it.
But how did you feel? I noticed.
Oh
Everybody-
wait, no, that's not the camera. Never mind.
No,
The
that
camera's
was-
on the back. Fuck,
Yeah.
I like the other camera.
How the hell did you know what you're doing, Carmelo?
Like you know what you're doing in this game anyway. You have springs for arms. Tell me you know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So you can jump and dash and
But a lot of people are saying, like, at first they're like, it's just Wii boxing, but then they didn't see the amount of depth that the game actually has, and the fact that you can turn the motion controls completely off if you want to.
So upon wanting to jump, I would often throw a punch instead. There was also a block motion, which I think it was like this or like a
turn the
cross arm.
controllers and
Yeah,
put
I
them-
could just never wanted to do that for me. And again, I would intend to block and instead throw a punch, and then I'm wide open for you to just clobber me right back.
Yeah, the game requires a lot of coordination, probably more so than any of Nintendo's like motion control.
This is one thing I hate about motion controls in general is that because they're never 100% accurate with what you're wanting to do.
Here's another thing that I also heard about this game, is that there's a learning curve for when to do these things. There's a learning curve to the game. If you ever watch Game Explain, Andre Segers was talking about it. Like, he said he believes that there's just a learning curve for the game if you choose to use motion controls.
Yeah.
And he says that he believes motion controls to be the superior way to play the game.
I mean,
We don't really know.
Smitty, it only looks like the only content in the game is inside the arena, unless that's a poke at me.
Right. I mean, I could definitely see people really small. It's pretty unusual. It's certainly not as accessible as something like Wii Sports and the boxing.
It plays in a quirky manner. It looks in a
It looks fun though. It really does.
Splatoon to boxing.
Yeah, I'd like to play it.
Say that's not a comparison. All right. Well, thank you very much, Peter. Guys, for more.
You say it's like the Splatoon to boxing games. It's a fair assumption.
Keep it locked to GameSpot.
Carmelo,
What?
why is all of our content GameSpot?
Because they're really the only like news source I look at before we do the show.
Are we getting
we
paid?
got IGN stuff too.
What are we looking at right now?
This is Neo.
This looks like Dark Souls.
I think it is Dark Souls, like Dark Souls-esque. And so I just, like, it's like supposed to be like the second in a series or something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
Because I swear that menu looks like an Estus flask.
I think like this is like a
Or even
Dark Soulsian game, but they're trying to develop their own identity a little bit.
because it even looks like somewhat like the movements like Dark Souls. I want to know what that little icon on the bottom right is. Cause it looks like you can switch fighting styles or something.
Oh my god, I think you can.
That's what it looks like to me. See how one of them's highlighted and the other ones
Yeah.
aren't?
Maybe weapon type too associated with it.
Yeah, possibly.
I'd like to see some kind of. I mean, we're gonna watch the entire fucking video anyway, so
Is this kind of like a feudal Japan style Dark Souls, dude?
yeah, a little bit.
I would play this.
Like this is supposed to be a sequel or something to it. I'm not really 100% sure.
A different way you can hold your sword, fighting styles. Yeah, it looks like it. Cause one.
Okay, yeah, he just switched. He just switched. He's holding it different.
Yeah. That looks like a possible.
Oh wow,
like
he just took a lot of fucking damage.
he did take a lot of fucking damage. Samurai Dark Souls, I'd play it.
I still need to beat Dark Souls 1. I never beat it.
I just want to say I love the sound effects that the sword's making whenever it makes contact. It sounds
Yeah,
like
you
Power
can-
Rangers.
Yeah. A lot of games, including Lords of the Fallen, Necropolis, and that one game you and I looked at where that engineer's wearing an exosuit, they're all like copying Dark Souls, but like,
Trying to make their forge their own identity with it.
yeah, pretty
Because
much.
this game looks pretty cool. Like
I
when
mean, you
he
got the stamina, health bar, you have a 4-item system.
and you have like the 4 fighting styles. The one where he went
Well,
like
the 4
down.
fighting styles it's new to, it's like new period.
Yeah.
Like, this is the only game that does it.
Yeah, but it looked like the one when he switched downward. Oh, he's up now. But like the low fighting style looked like it was more defensive.
Possibly when you that's probably they like this is probably going to be harder than Dark Souls because you probably have to switch fighting styles per attack per boss.
There's likely more management in general because of
Yeah.
that.
And what does that look like, a bow right in the middle right above a sword?
Yeah, it does.
So I wonder if range combat's worth a damn in this game.
That's sure it'd have to be. When you got a game like this, every piece of it has to be worth a damn. Otherwise, you compromise the whole thing. He cut that demon's arm off.
Yeah,
There it is.
there's the bow. Next year or this year, we're covering E3 live, motherfucker.
If I can get the day off.
Oh, we're getting all the days off for that shit. Fucking 8-hour stream, here we come.
God, I don't know if I could do that. It'll pass out.
Yeah,
Pass
we
out the
could-
podcast.
Like, I could take half an hour by myself, and you could do a half hour by yourself.
Yeah, we could do that.
Oh, okay. So, oh well, he didn't die via environment, but okay. I don't know how he didn't fall off the ledge there. If you did that in Dark Souls, your ass would be off the ledge. He got rifle ammo, you said?
It's what Derek said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can fall off the ledge. I think he just
Yeah,
let.
but he did that one attack and he didn't go off. I was kind of... Oh, shit. I wonder what that last stance is on the right.
I don't know. It looks like he's holding the sword like kind of like a dagger or a knife.
A little bit.
So maybe it's more speed based.
Maybe.
That was cool.
There's another demon. Oh, it flies. Shit.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, this is a Dark Souls game, essentially.
I think I might like this better than Dark Souls.
I mean, like, here's the thing: Dark Souls, like, From Software, they could just make Dark Soulsian game. Like, they could give it the Assassin's Creed treatment of the same game in different eras or different settings. But I think other studios are just doing it on their own with their own type of fantasy.
Making games that are actually difficult
Yeah.
and have actual repercussions for failing.
Yep. Because I mean, like, look at the bottom right; they got the same system and everything. Like,
Yeah, the Estus Flask, it should be at the whatever heals you should be at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, no, it's at the top. He used whatever was on the top.
Oh. It's been a minute, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm on it. Shit. He is having one hell of a fucking time killing this thing.
He is. And this is probably a developer playing it.
Yeah, probably. I remember those days when I was a kid and I thought developers were gods at these games.
Yeah, and then you come to find out they're just as bad as we are. Usually worse.
You know, I played before Recon Armor came out in Halo 3. Like, I played with a developer who had it.
Really?
Yeah, like just once, though.
He's just training this guy around.
He's got no more heals, dude. Oh, yeah, there's the rifle.
Yeah, there was. He's... Hell yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Why didn't you do that from the get-go, mate?
Raven Tengu Feather. Oh, by the way, this is IGN, so IGN's paying us too.
Well, Can't spell ignorant without IGN.
Oh my god, I forgot about that joke. He's going to die.
He
right?
is going to die.
Buddy, you might want to get in that defensive stance and hope the.
You know what? I'm going to hold out hope, and I'm going to say he's going to do it. 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 He's doing it. He's doing it.
Oh god.
He's doing it. It's done.
Chopped his fucking head off.
This guy's a legend.
I wouldn't say that. He's got like a sliver of health left. What's that meter at the top left, I wonder?
Top left, the one going down, like
No, the circle.
the bubble.
Yeah, the bubble.
Alright, maybe it's like some kind of special attack or something.
Yeah, here he is back at the same area. I think he's just going to drop down and avoid that enemy. Yep. Nope. Oh, wait, is he going to sneak attack it?
His thing's going to try to take a different approach or go around
No,
it.
he's going somewhere else entirely. What's this black shit?
This looks like there's like a boss on every 10 steps.
These aren't even bosses. These have to be normal enemies.
They are,
have to be.
yeah. Because he got one Tengu feather. I can imagine that there's things that difficult all across the man.
God, how do you even prepare for that attack?
You don't.
How do you prepare for that?
You get good.
He does it every time he turns around. Never mind. That's how you prepare for that attack. Or no, when he moves his... Jesus.
I don't see how he's telegraphed.
This is so much faster than... Like, it's faster than Bloodborne, I'm willing to argue.
Maybe it's like a very...
And I don't know about you. Is it hard for you to just kind of see some of the details and shit?
Yeah, I think it's the quality of the video.
No, like, I got mine cranked up to 1080. I think that's the art direction they went for.
It could be
Okay.
like almost
Okay,
like Twilight
this
Realm.
dude's- Yeah, probably. Okay, there he goes.
Problem solved.
He's about to fucking chase after him. I have Lords of the Fallen and I need to play it. That way I can get prepared for this if I choose to play this. Ooh, what is this?
Whatever it was, I didn't see him coming at all.
I wonder if, like, well, we only see this one armor set, and where this is kind of technically Chinese or Japanese, would you say? I don't know. But, I would like to see, like, a ninja set for this.
There probably is.
It's called a Neo, N-I-O-H.
He just skipped that altogether. That was another one of the Tengu things,
Yeah. They're probably just common ingredients for, like, maybe a bomb or something.
possibly.
I hear that cat.
He just got hit with a water bottle.
Oh, it did?
Yep. Releases
Releases
February
Feb-
7th.
Fuck.
That's 10 days before my birthday.
Shit. You gonna get it?
Probably not. I don't have a PS4.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh my, how do you prepare for that? Oh my god.
That thing looks like a beholder from Dungeons and Dragons, dude. Well, never mind. Now it looks like a wheel. I don't know what that is. It's awesome looking, though.
Right for a wheel, though.
It's like a beholder
God.
tire.
What the fuck?
I don't even know what to make of that, dude.
I don't know, like, everything in here, like, I know I say Dark Souls has some lethal shit, but this takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah, that's lethal, dude. He's dead.
That's... God.
Freed from this mortal coil.
He's right back to it. He just fucking...
It has a demo before. It let you choose between 30 and 60 FPS gameplay. Well, which one are you going to pick?
Yeah, really.
This guy's hurt.
Okay, apparently you can't do sneak attacks, like scripted, animated ones, but you can just get some free... Ooh.
Ooh,
Is he actually going against somebody that's... Maybe this takes cues from For Honor with stances and shit, you know what I'm saying?
maybe. Like, I like the stance system because it looks like it's going to add some depth and diversity to it.
I'd like to know the story of what's going on, and I hope they don't do a Dark Souls style storytelling. Because I just don't like that style of storytelling.
While learning it through the world.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild's partially like that.
But that's a Zelda game. I can learn a lot from playing the other games, too.
Yeah.
Okay, here's your upgrades.
Let me get them samurai points. You got the...
Samurai.
Hey, man.
Can I be Samurai Champloo?
Can I be Samurai Jack?
Oh, yeah. That re-airs soon.
Yeah, I know. Are they going? Is it finished?
I don't know. Like, it's season 5. And it's the same animation style and everything, apparently. Which is strange from Cartoon Network because usually they bastardize the animation.
Well, I mean, for children's, for their actual airtime, they bastardize animation by. This is a completely different topic. Go to www.twitch.tv, press start cartoons podcast for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Press start animated.
Where our other two co-hosts, Not Mo and Not Mellow, host the show.
Derek and Smitty talk about cartoons for 24 hours a day. Yeah, I know it's going on Adult Swim, but this big CN has been responsible for the bastardization of a lot of. Just look at Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans was such a good show.
It was a good show.
I got like 3 of the seasons on DVD. I did just fucking chilling in the
Headshot. 4,397 damage. I'm hearing some of that there Asian speak, as Sheldon would say.
Because we don't know what language they are speaking.
I'm not even sure if samurai were Chinese or Japanese.
I think they're Chinese.
Good job, United States of American public school system.
What is this guy doing?
Thank you, Derek. It's Japanese.
Japanese, okay.
Why didn't school teach me about Japanese culture?
Because we had to learn about the Gettysburg Address.
7 years ago.
This guy, man.
I really
To me, I don't know if we're watching this from like somebody who doesn't play this, we're like somebody who either is not very familiar with this game or just very new at it. Like, we're watching it from their perspective. We're not watching it from a pro's perspective as if they're going to run by all these guys and just easily take them down, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know if this truly is harder than Dark Souls, but I hope it is.
It looks like it's going to be difficult either way we go. How much longer is this video?
About a minute.
Okay.
Is this truly Mount Ibuki? Yeah, the combat stances are good. Okay, so here's 4 things you should know about Escape from Tarkov Alpha if you plan on playing it.
What?
You know Escape from Tarkov.
And you need to fill me in.
It's like a survival crafting game. No, it's a open world first person shooter.
Okay, good.
With other
In the
players.
Escape from Tarkov Alpha, kills come slow, and that's an important part of its recipe for great gunfights. The hardcore first-person shooter is shaping up to be a tense and entertaining experience with some awesome mechanics to boot. These are the 4 things under the hood that you should definitely know about Escape from Tarkov. Number 1.
The reason
the
I
loot
bring this
lead.
up because this game looked really impressive.
Players start with a stash of gear,
early
currently
on.
a one-time purchase for real money, and then they build and equip a
Which this
loadout
is
for each
retarded.
mission.
This
Wow.
is retarded.
Hang on.
Yeah,
If the player
$140.
dies,
Fuck that.
Their equipment is gone.
$140.
This is currently mitigated
Yeah.
by a safe box called a gamma container. It's in the player's inventory, and this is where a small amount of loot can be retained on death. The one we were given for this preview had just enough space for a pistol and some valuable items. And if you're playing the alpha, Make sure you stash items in that don't lose box. You can get dangerously low on gear to the point where you no longer stand a chance. We saw this manifest in a number of matches with bare bones players at the start of each round.
Well, it is Daisy in a way, Killer, but like you can check and see if you got how many rounds you got in your magazine. You can see if you got one in the chamber. It's got like it's really detailed and leveled, and there's some kind of story to it or something. I don't know how that's going to work with the open world gameplay though.
The gunplay looks fun,
Yeah,
but the
does.
business model looks fucking
An offline
retarded.
mode can currently be used for gear farming, so go there if you've run out and can't compete. You can also visit a number of specialized vendors to buy and sell loot, guns, backpacks, or some of that delectable condensed milk. Number 2, the gun gamble. Escape from Tarkov's tense gunfights and lulls between them are nail-biting, but you don't necessarily want to bring your best gun to every fight. Some rounds you may want to rebuild your arsenal and only gamble losing a pistol when you die. Selling gun attachments for night vision goggles, meds, water, or keys could also be a much more prosperous bet. And if you think your luck's about to run out, you may want to stash valuable ammo in your safe box as quickly as you can. The chance of losing a great gun adds tension and player investment to each round and really makes you care about every moment. Number 3, the fun in the details. One of our favorite moments from the alpha so far was running around the factory trying to figure out why a light was chasing us. We honestly thought it was a bug until we realized we had scavenged a flashlight from a body and didn't turn it off. That could have gone badly.
Yeah, that can
These details
fuck
also
you.
manifest
That's
in
cool.
gunfights with great ballistics, convincing glass on optics, different ammo types, and the ability to unload and reload bullets from magazines.
Wow, really?
Checking your chamber for a round
Yeah.
even reduces the chances of your weapon jamming. Number 4, the tactics. The
Yeah,
most
really.
developed mission
Austin.
so far is the customs level. Players start in the same area and can either shoot it out or work together. Honestly though, they usually just shoot it out. And that's just the beginning. Smart players
Look at that
avoid the
bullshit.
first clash and then purposely trail a group of players in the hopes that they clear their way to the exit. Or they go ahead and set up ambushes to score better gear.
Look at that.
Side areas
Look at
filled with the
that.
potential for rare loot are also present, but you'll need to grab keys from the vendors to get to them. The pacing of this raid feels good. and
Keys
the
for
game
vendors are
understands
probably
that confrontations have a lot
microtransactions.
more tension
Probably.
when they're spaced out and unpredictable. It's
No,
too
they're
early to
not.
tell
They're
how the final
tense
build of
because
Tarkov
you
will
can
shape.
possibly lose your fucking equipment.
You can possibly lose a $140 investment.
Yeah, really. That's why it's tense.
Yeah, that's why it's tense.
And that's why this game's not going to live long, because somebody's going to lose $140 and they're never going to play the
If you
game.
look at me and you tell me I gotta pay $60 for a game and then invest $140 more in it, I'm gonna say fuck you.
Up with just the 3 missions available in its alpha. Ultimately, balancing the loot bleed will make or break
So
this
there are
experience.
missions.
With players able to pay real money for a larger secure container, there's a risk of loot-rich players
Which is
having an
bullshit.
unfair advantage. Or worse, people falling off the loot ladder and walking away. The tactical aspects of Tarkov are a lot of fun, and the risk-reward tension of building and losing loadouts is great at getting you invested in staying alive. We'll keep playing as things progress, so stay tuned to GameSpot to keep up on all of our Escape from Tarkov coverage.
Dude, how did you not kill him when he had the drop on you?
I don't know.
Like, really? Like, how, like... God.
I'm gonna pass on this game too because that's jank. Uh-oh.
こちらが三段跳びです。
You only care about the Nintendo news, man. This is 1 minute of Super Mario Odyssey gameplay.
ことができるアクション
It reminds me of Sunshine, man.
Not too much for me. It's weird seeing him in the human world and all, like, humans look like humans.
I think that's just one part of the subworld.
Could be. Is this a subworld?
I think, like, he gets on a ship and goes to different worlds.
するのに結構なんですか便利なジャンプです。
Or maybe they're only showing us this because, oh, that's neat.
ハイジャンプ。まあプレーをこう途切れ
They're only showing us this because it's kind of like how the Breath of the Wild demo was like nothing but the Great Plateau the whole time.
どこにか
Yeah.
わかんないですけど
Oh, it is the hub for other worlds, so that's kind of weird.
これまた高いところにジャンプしたりとか。あとこっち
It makes me think that Mario isn't the same kind of human that we are. You know what I'm saying?
届きそう
Yeah, like he's from the Mushroom Kingdom. He's not
So
from Earth.
so like people there look different.
こちらが
Which I'm cool with.
新アクションの帽子投げです。
But if I ever seen Mario run around,
投げるっていうのは初めてで、ちょっとそれを使ってジャンプしたりとか
we need a translator, Smitty.
ことができるように
Yeah, really. That was it.
Wow, that was devastating.
We talked about this a minute ago. Here's the story trailer.
monster. Guardian.
Please understand.
Vigilante. The preservation of life. So often, the justification for taking it. Humans, elevating those that keep guard until they watch too close. And the so-called hero, condoning the very act he would condemn. Transgressions of the past shape actions to come. As offspring turns into adversary,
If that is Damian Wayne.
yesterday's loss leads to madness. And God becomes tyrant,
This has to be a
becomes
prequel.
outcast, becomes
never mind.
dust, as factions dissolve and form, and lust for power enslaves all.
So we get Poison Ivy and Bane to play as.
Such folly and futility in the grand design. Curious how lines once clearly defined become blurred. Perhaps it is time for them to be redrawn.
I guess that's Brainiac. I'm not really sure. You there, Mo?
Yeah, that looked pretty deep. I was real deep into that trailer. That looked pretty good.
And of course, the gear. So we still have no. Oh wait, that's Dark Side. Oh, you got to pre-order for a character. You have
Fuck
to
that.
pre-order for a character.
Well,
What? What?
God damn it. Is this Fire Emblem?
Maybe I don't know why it's like this.
Me either. Is it a mobile game?
Maybe.
It looks like Fire Emblem Heroes. Okay.
I mean,
It's a mobile game. I could
I
have
know
guessed.
Fire Emblem guys. I was like, I'll bring it in here.
Fire Emblem's alright, man. So expect mobile gimmicks. Yeah, I'm expecting mobile gimmicks. Are we going to get like a Final Fantasy Xvius type of thing here?
Where you just tap your heroes for them to attack.
Well, there's a little more to it than that in Xvius. Xvius is a pretty good game, actually. But is this going to play like a Fire Emblem game? Is what I'm wondering.
Probably not. I don't know. It's on mobile if you can't
That's
tell.
Lucina, bruh.
Black bars.
Yeah, I can tell. It just depends on how it plays, man.
Yeah, how long is this fucking video? Okay, whatever.
Because there's only so much you can say about a mobile title when you don't even know how it's going to play.
Mm-hmm.
From every age, countless heroes gather. Marth, bruh.
This looks like a card system already.
There's Lucina. I see Roy. I seen Crom. I don't know. It's just,
Uh-oh, we might get to see some gameplay here.
okay,
Oh
it's
my
going
God.
to play like a Fire Emblem game. Yep.
Just simplistic graphics, essentially.
Yeah. It plays like a mobile Fire Emblem game, but I wonder how like hardcore it's going to be like. Oh, god damn
Really
it.
a gotcha game.
You had to,
Oh, and look, it's a rock, paper, scissors system.
Okay. Our bonds get
You have to pay to get a chance of getting new heroes, which is jank.
Really?
Because Final Fantasy XVS is kind of like that too, but you can like get help from other players that aren't actively playing. Like you can use their party to help you.
Okay.
But if this isn't riddled with microtransactions, I'll totally play it. Which it's going to be
It's a
riddled.
mobile game.
It's going to be riddled with microtransactions. I know. See how many stars these characters have.
Yeah. I guess you can level up your party too or something.
Marth, Crom, Roy, and Lucina is my squad, dude. That's all I need.
Okay.
Stop you. Not here. Yes?
I wonder how death works.
How's it work in the Fire Emblem series?
In some games there's permadeath, in some games there's not.
Huh.
Why is it so fucking loud?
I don't know. Dragon Quest 8. Hopefully I'm not blocking the screen this time. I'll just go ahead and name them. Gravity Rush 2. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8. Oh, that's coming out this month, shit. Resident Evil 7. Oh, you guys can see what's coming out. I don't need to be naming them all off. They're still making Double Dragons?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the new Woolly World game, but it's a 3DS title, looks like. No,
Neo.
I might grab Neo.
Same.
For Honor, oh yeah, I gotta get that too. There's so many games coming out. This is going to be a great year for gaming, you know?
Yeah, it is.
Halo Wars 2, yeah. I love Halo Wars 1. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is going
Yeah.
to be the Nintendo Switch along with Breath of the Wild. Oh my god.
Why is that on here?
I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, I can't wait for this. See, they need to delay this for sure. I already got my copy of Zero Dawn pre-ordered.
Really?
Yeah, and then Mass Effect Andromeda. I'll wait for Andromeda. MLB The Show 17. I don't know who the fuck plays those games.
Persona 5.
Yep. Bulletstorm is just Bulletstorm 1 again, except it's like remastered. Ukulele.
Yep. Dragon Quest Heroes 2.
I'm not excited for Prey. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is a rip.
Somewhat of a rip.
Justice 2 in May. Oh my god. I don't know why they put the Blue Beetle in here. He's kind of not important ever.
Why
Oh,
was
wow.
that video so goddamn loud?
I don't know. It's IGN.
I had to alter the volume of everything.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild releases on March 3rd, and according to Nintendo, it could be the last first-party game that comes to the Wii U. I'm Matt, and this GameSpot news update is ready to...
Oh yeah, there's no more games after the Breath of the Wild for the Wii U.
Nintendo of America
Yeah, I'm
president
fine with
Reggie
that.
Fils-Aimé told Polygon that Breath of the Wild will mark the end of the company's new development on the console. From a first-party standpoint, there's no new development coming after the launch of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
What do you think
We
about
really
that?
are at the end of life for Wii U. Fils-Aimé says there won't be any new
Okay,
development from Nintendo,
so when did the Wii U launch?
I want to say 2012.
So 5 years and they're already cutting off the life of the Wii U.
Well, the Wii U failed, and they know that.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
It's just at this point, it's Nintendo acknowledging that they fucked up, and them wanting to just go ahead and shut it down and start with something fresh. Which I'm fine with. I'm fine that Zelda's
it's
going to be...
crazy though.
It's that Nintendo's actually acknowledging their faults.
No, it's just crazy to see a console just die so quickly.
Have you ever heard of the Wii?
You know, yeah, that too.
I think that I'm okay. I'm looking at my Wii U right now, and I'm okay with that. I mean, my Wii U...
Gamer 2 that has already started production.
I'm fine with it.
We'll keep you updated if this happens to be the case. Online services for the Wii U and some of its high-profile games, including Splatoon and Mario Kart 8,
Wow.
are staying up for now. Visa May says they don't have plans to shut the servers down anytime soon.
Good.
For more news
Yeah, that's
about
good.
Nintendo and the world
But
of
what
video
games are they
stay
shutting
tuned
online
to
services
GameSpot.
down for, though? That's the
Probably
real
games that
question.
have a very, very low install base.
That's why PC is better than console, because the gamers on PC stay with a game for a lot longer.
Battlefield 1 fans have been patiently waiting for the shooter's first DLC expansion.
You excited for
And it
this?
sounds like they'll get
I don't
a
have
look at it
Battlefield
soon
1.
enough.
Yeah, I know
On
that's the
that,
joke.
This GameSpot news
Fuck
update
you.
has your back on the Battlefield. Developer DICE is set to announce new details about Battlefield 1's
What do you
first
mean, what have I
expansion,
done?
They Shall Not Pass, next week. The developer released a teaser which shows a club.
You lost all your subs now.
Blaze and standing in front of a French flag.
What subs?
We know that the
What's
expansion is
all
set during
106?
Battle of Verdun in France, and will feature maps based on the
103.
Salameux village and Fort de Vaux. In addition to maps, They Shall Not Pass will add more weapons.
You know, we'll
and
play it
dog
after the
tags.
show, Derek.
No release date has
Unless
been announced,
Austin wants to play
but people who
Overwatch
own
with
the
us.
$50 premium pass can play all of Battlefield 1's
Which I don't have the
expansions 2 weeks
premium
before everyone
pass for
else.
that yet.
More details about They Shall Not Pass.
I
will
was
be
one of the
announced next
dumbasses
week.
who spent $140 on Battlefield 4.
Oh my
Until then,
god.
you can
No,
get
on
all
Battlefield
of your
4, that's
news about
okay.
Battlefield
No, it's,
Play
it wasn't.
Battlefield
It,
1.
it wasn't at the
right here on
beginning.
GameSpot.
At the beginning of Battlefield 4, I was like, why did I do this?
And then we can play some Battlefield 1 later tonight, Derek.
How about we play some BF3?
Okay, so here's a Ghost Recon Wildlands video. It's a 20-minute video.
Skip through some of it, dude.
Okay, we'll just watch the first 5 minutes of this.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I'm getting this. I don't know if at launch, but it looks really fun.
Do you have BF4?
Me, yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about Derek.
I'll have to reinstall mine if we decide to play it.
Damn it! I wish I had BF1. I wish EA wasn't a bunch of fucking cocks. But so does everybody. So.
Yeah.
Ooh, he has BF4. I gotta reinstall it too if we decide to play it. I have the premium pass.
Yeah,
So-
so do I. Me, you, and Shelly all got it.
Yeah. Damn. That's tough.
Because there's a leveling system, there's customization in this game, and obviously they're going in loud. You can go in quiet, which I highly prefer.
Yeah, same. You're okay, Derek. He said I just fucking killed you, Mo. I'm sorry. I'm alright.
And then you can just jack a helicopter that's just on a parking lot out of nowhere.
You know what? Yeah, I really hate when somebody jacks my helicopter when I'm just, I was chilling outside my house.
Yeah, really.
That's tough. This game looks pretty fucking big.
It's supposed to be huge.
It's
It's
not.
huge.
It's not that big.
It's huge.
If that's the whole map, then it's not that big.
It still goes farther to the left.
Ah, dude, Super Mario 64 is bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks about as big as, like, GTA 5.
I'd say it's bigger than GTA 5.
Probably. Maybe a little bit. It's definitely more, lush.
Yeah. That's because they're in like South America or something. Yeah, run to the cliff.
Thanks to you, La Santera's world has been fucked wrong. Word is Sueño's most pissed about her losing his Bible, calling it a mortal sin. He's got her locked. He's planning a public execution.
So we're done here, correct?
Negative. We've done a number on La Santera's credibility. Imagine how...
Here's the thing that's always bothered me about games like this.
Games like what? Games like what?
Just, like,
to save La Santera.
go in, do the thing games, like GTA or anything. He stole that Bible less than 30 seconds ago, and there's already like a fucking public execution announced, and he's already called it blasphemy. And the dude probably doesn't even know the Bible got goddamn stole.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That bothers me so much. I feel like that's
Well, actually,
like,
in GTA, like time passes in GTA.
yeah, but like this guy
is-
literally just. I understand that's for the progression. You want to go ahead and do the next thing, yeah. But like, I don't know, it bothers me.
I
a
get what
little
you're
bit.
saying.
The pacing,
like,
the pacing of it.
Producers, get right on that if you're watching the Press Start podcast. Put that into your game.
Like-
Satisfy Mo.
It's just like the pacing of it. Like I walked out of the building with the Bible, and suddenly there's a public execution plan, and the dude's already, you know what I'm saying?
Hopefully they go in quiet here. Please just go in quiet. That's all I want.
This game's got a lot of detail to it. It looks like
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to customize your character, your loadout.
it's looking like he's doing
The
that right
parts.
now.
Oh my god,
Oh,
yes.
yep.
Oh, fucking sold, sold.
Sold. Suppressor. He's going in quiet, dude, just like he wanted.
Good. Good. He's by himself, though. I don't see any of his squad mates around.
So is this a campaign or is this an open world like?
It's got missions and it's an open world deal, if that's what you're asking.
So basically, it's like
kind of like Grand Theft Auto. It's open world, and you have mission areas. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, but like there's other players in his game. So is this
Yeah,
kind?
technically, I don't know how it works exactly.
Is it like what the Division was supposed to be?
Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine like if they do a server system, probably only like 50 players per server, because like you don't want all the players doing the same missions who have different play styles.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be like an invite only kind of system where like you invite your own squad because I don't see like another group of people running up on you, which would be kind of cool. But the Division already tried that, and we see how that worked out.
Yeah, it didn't work out too well.
Or at all, for that matter.
Okay, so he's giving us squad orders.
Hold your position.
Copy that.
I don't know where the fuck they are though.
Okay, careful, guys. Hostiles have some kind of post set up out here. Deploying drone. The drone's fucked up. They're jamming us.
The drone's fucked up.
Yeah, really.
Those boys look kind of sold.
I expect Los and Terra's personal.
Now, what I hope they do with this game is they add adaptive AI, like they get used to your tactics
Yeah.
as you play. That way, you can't just use the same system over and over and over again in order to win.
I feel like we're gonna see a graphics downgrade before launch.
Oh yeah, we are.
Let's keep the guns on low profile, gents. No need to cause a stir.
And this is the mic trick. Even though this is like in game, I believe. Okay, just run out in the open during the daytime. Very
Quick.
stealthy.
If you're quick enough, nobody will see you, dude.
Yeah, if you're quick, yeah, he's fucking Barry Allen. I'm the Flash. I got struck by lightning.
I was about to say, dude, why don't you check the right? There could be more coming.
Yeah. He did, though. I don't know why he's following these two guys. I guess since they're patrolling. Okay, so he's got to take out the jammer somehow. I don't know, but like I'm excited for this game.
Yeah, I can see why.
But hopefully it's not bland as fuck. That's all I'm worried about.
Repetitive missions.
Yeah. Which is pretty much Skyrim and Fallout.
Skyrim's not really. I don't feel like Skyrim's repetitive. Like you know, there's only so many things.
Explore, kill things in that area, loot that area, repeat.
Well, I mean, if you get involved in the story, it doesn't feel as repetitive. At least to me.
I'd like to know what the fuck this dude's planning. He's just worried about these two guards.
Maybe he's following them somewhere.
Maybe.
Drone is airborne. Think that statue's big enough?
Yeah, if they notice the jammer's turned off, that'd be great AI.
Yeah.
I got eyes on an HVT.
Okay, so obviously interrogation for certain people.
10-sighted.
I kind of like how he calls out how many you've spotted thus far.
Yeah.
Sniper up in the tower.
Did they turn the jammer back on?
No, he ran out of signal.
Okay.
Which I don't understand. You're part of the fucking military. I should be able to reach Guam from here.
Caviar confirmed.
Yeah, really. It is. He's going to go after the high value. Like, do you want to watch all 20 minutes of this or what?
I don't want to watch all 20 minutes of it, but I want to see what he does.
So we're going to watch all 20 minutes of it.
Probably not.
Well, here, let me skip ahead for us really quick, because this, like, we're 9 minutes in.
And
He's still sneaking around.
This is going to be a game that takes a lot of time to play.
Ready.
Yeah.
Say the word
So
launch.
synchronized shot.
Good to go.
Yeah, Austin's like, we can move on now. Yeah. Anyway, let's watch the last video, because I think this is a good discussion topic.
Yeah, it is. Somebody's like, we get most of the idea now.
He's like, fucking move on!
I'm tired of shooters.
In a game I reviewed had been, I mean, everyone had been looking forward to this, and that was Bioshock.
Did you ever play it and beat it?
I almost beat it.
Between the original Bioshock and what is sort of...
We didn't get what we were supposed to get.
Bioshock 2, but, you know, this was the next
What do you mean?
irrational
Bioshock
James
Infinite?
Levine.
It was not what it was intended to
It
be.
turned out to be something special.
I feel like Bioshock Infinite in recent years has sort of gotten backlash undeservedly. I feel like
agree,
a lot of people
yeah.
came out and were like, actually, I didn't think the combat was that good, and Elizabeth is dumb, and she's not important. I'm like, I disagree with literally everything you're saying. I thought the combat was great.
No, the combat was
I
not
think it
great.
holds up so
No,
well.
it doesn't.
No, it wasn't.
It's just so flexible with what you want to do. Like how.
Okay,
how
okay,
aggressive
okay,
you
okay,
wanna- how
lady
close
with the
you wanna
glasses.
go.
Here's the problem. Here's
Velma
the problem.
fucking Dinkley, Chinkies, alright? It was not great.
And here's the problem with Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock 1 and 2, you can literally carry every weapon in the game. In Bioshock Infinite, you can only carry 2 weapons at a time. So saying you could do what you want in combat is a lie, because what you carry into a combat arena is what you have until you find something else, which is always usually the same weapons.
Yeah.
So
And
she's lying
the
right
com-
there, that or she's never played the game.
The combat got incredibly stale, especially in the later parts of the game. When it showed itself at E3 way back and it was good, it was like the game is nothing like it was like we were told it was going to be like at all.
Yeah, it's not good.
So
I mean, it's an alright game, but you know,
So
it's
wha-
overhyped.
why are we bringing this up again?
Very personal too.
Yeah.
I don't know, something to talk about. Because, well, mainly because I feel way too many people think this game's a masterpiece when it's not.
If you're a fan of the series, I can see how you might
if you're a
say.
fan of the series, of course you're going to love it. But,
Through
you
the,
know,
through the story, it may be a masterpiece, but
criticizing the mechanics is fair at all. The combat was fine.
pause this.
But moving beyond that, here was
Okay.
He said, "I don't think criticizing the mechanics is fair at all."
I think it's completely fair, because without mechanics, what do you have in a game?
A movie,
Exactly.
like
Yeah, Burial at Sea was really good, because it ties in a whole lot more to the original 2 Bioshocks than what the original story of Bioshock Infinite did.
definitely.
What were you going to say?
Oh, you can continue on if you desire, if you would like.
Yeah.
this might be the best example of production design in a game of that generation. I mean, here we have a game where you're in a world you want to visit and explore every last nook and cranny.
No, not really.
Columbia is strangely familiar, but utterly alien and terrifying.
Oh, the
in a-
journey to Columbia
Yeah, oh,
is
yeah.
one of the most memorable scenes I've ever experienced.
God,
in
I just
video.
want to go back and play this game.
I know, right?
No,
It's just
it's-
like, oh,
I'm like
this
running
is
mentally.
photo.
I'm running through it from start to finish. I'm like, I remember.
Bioshock 1, here's
done
the
about 20
thing,
minutes.
like, they went off, like, I wish they kind of stayed the direction with Bioshock 2. Bioshock 1 felt like a horror game almost.
It was like, it did, and I really liked that about it, honestly. And Bioshock 2 kind of felt like a mix between a horror game and almost like, bear with me here, almost like an RPG because of all the progression that it had. It was one of
Yeah.
the. It was back in the early days when we were first starting to get into the whole first-person role-playing game perspective kind of
Yeah.
deal, and it really blended.
That's when Borderlands sucked because it was only Borderlands 1.
And they really started to blend those lines in between them, and it did a really good job of that while also keeping thematic to what it was, which is somewhat a very tension-based, somewhat horror-esque, story-driven game. Infinite, on the other hand, took us out of Rapture and took
Yeah, which
and
is what really hurt us.
and we were out at first. I was like, okay, this is cool because we're going to get a Bioshock-esque experience in some place entirely different, and it just wasn't that to me.
They went the Final Fantasy route. That now that I think about it, it's like the same idea in different universes because it's a multiverse theory. You know, there's always a
Yeah.
girl, there's always a tower, there's always a guardian. You know, the big daddies are the guardian along with Songbird. There's the girl, which is the little sister, and there's the hero, which is Jack. You know, the tower. You know, it's all the
Yeah,
same.
it's all the same, but like, I feel like when we first seen Infinite, we were like, well, holy shit, this is going to be awesome. And then when we actually got the game, we're like, well, this is okay, but this isn't anything near what we were promised,
Yeah.
which happens far too frequently.
I mean, it was really convenient that Elizabeth somehow found ammo every time you needed it.
Yeah, that was perfectly fine.
I think, though,
Yeah.
that she did raise a great point at the beginning. That you mentioned the backlash. I've seen a lot of places. I do think that's going to swing back, and this is going to be one of those games 5 more years from now. And people are like, wow, that was a lost classic.
Yes.
No,
They got a lot of
no.
it came out.
1 and 2.
No. You want to know what a lost classic was?
I'm gonna put it-
Pinata. That was a lost classic.
I'm going to put this in discussion mode.
Okay, yeah, are you done with videos?
Is this the last one?
Yeah, I'm done with videos. This is the last one.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to fix discussion mode because for some reason, for some fucking reason, this happened.
I don't know.
Chat got hurt. It just got hurt, dude.
Patched up.
And you're much bigger than I am for some reason.
I don't know. It's probably. Do you have the aspect ratios and the?
But no, for some reason, whenever I reset it, it just got stupid.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about in discussion mode?
Well, I'm trying to fix the chat right now, so go ahead and start talking.
About what, Mo? You threw us into chat mode or discussion mode. I thought you had something to talk about.
Well, I'm fixing stuff, man, because since the last time that I opened OBS, shit
Since
has
last week.
Since last week, yeah, shit has went haywire, and I'm not sure why. And there we go. We're back
There
to
we
the.
go. So, what games are you looking forward to?
Well, I want to play Horizon Zero Dawn really bad, and of course, Car Memo. It's when we fuse.
Yeah, oh God.
I really want to play Horizon Zero Dawn. I want to play Ghost Recon Wildlands, and of course, I want to play Breath of the Wild. I also want to play the Crash Insane trilogy really bad.
Oh yeah, that God. It's like there's honestly too many games coming out right now.
And we haven't had that problem since.
We haven't had that problem in years, which is a great thing.
It's a good problem to have.
It's a problem you don't want to fix, but sometimes you do want to fix it because there's still some games I haven't played, like The Witcher 3. I'm still running through like a lot of classics. I'm getting ready to play The Last Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones, Lords of the Fallen.
What is Lords of the Fallen?
It's a Dark Souls clone almost, except it looks really good.
What do I think about Ukulele? My man, I forgot to add that to the little list of games that I really want to play.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly hot for that because I was a pretty big Banjo-Kazooie fan back in the day.
I want to play Resident Evil, but I'm going to wait.
I really want to play Resident Evil 7. Derek, are you streaming RE7 when you get it? Do you have the necessities to do that? Because if so, I'll totally watch your stream.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, no, I don't have Inside on Steam, by the way. I do not own it. But,
Okay, just as soon as you start playing it, link me to your stream, dude, and I will watch every second of it. Because I love the direction they're going with it.
Anyway, what other games are you looking forward to, Mo?
Well, Ukulele, of course.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, are we looking... the trailers looked phenomenal for the game, first of all.
Yeah.
But are we associating greatness with that game because of the
Nostalgia, because
Yeah,
nostalgia.
are we doing that?
Well, here's my. I actually thought about that the other day. Actually, um, yes and no, and I'll tell you why. Because the reason that we have such nostalgia for those games is because they really were great games.
Were
That
they great because we didn't really experience many other titles to compare them to?
I think it was great because of the world, man. To be honest with you, because of the comedy and the systems in place and the hub world and just the idea. We don't get many games like that these days. And what Ukulele is doing is taking all the shit that made Banjo-Kazooie great and ramping it up tenfold. Like the Talking Cloud, that reminds me of one of Rare's other games, Conker's Bad Fur Day, where almost every inanimate object spoke. Like there was a pitchfork with eyes that talked, and a paint bucket, and a paintbrush.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we'll see some stuff like that in Ukulele. And really, it's just fucking good. And it looks like it's going to play really good. There's going to be a lot of collectibles. It looks beautiful. There's a lot of character interactions. Like you seen the cloud he was talking to, and you had to talk to him to make a storm or something.
Yeah.
And then there's a lizard guy who was in a business suit with a top hat, and that actually reminded me of Moneybags from Spyro the Dragon series.
Yeah.
And it could be nostalgia, but if it is nostalgia, it's a very grand nostalgia. And it's not going to be nuts and bolts.
I enjoyed Nuts and Bolts.
It is like a fresh start, Derek. It's like a fresh start. It looks like, as Smitty said, a well-made game with solid mechanics that has been polished and polished and polished. And I'm happy that that's still possible in this industry.
Is it a solid game because it has few mechanics that are? I mean, with fewer mechanics, there's less room for error, obviously.
Yeah, but I don't think that it has. I think the game has more mechanics, more features than Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, because Banjo-Kazooie, you could get a couple special abilities in this game. The same holds true, but it's not about the quantity of the mechanics of the game. It's about the quality of the mechanics of the game for me.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on if the game makes me feel like playing it again.
Mm-hmm.
Banjo-Kazooie did that. Conker's Bad Fur Day and Conker's Live and Reloaded did that because the games were just fun. They were whimsical. They were solid, bro.
Bloodstain. Let me look that up.
A spiritual success for the Castlevania. It even has Symphony of the Night's director behind it. Well, I just cleared Symphony of the Night like a week ago. So I'm down with that.
Castlevania game, so I have no opinion.
If you're going to start with Symphony of the Night, because
I'm probably not going to start.
It's the best one in my opinion, ever. Period.
So, while we're here, since we have chat here, what new segments do we think need to be added to the show?
Yeah, could you guys give us some update?
Because we roughly make articles and videos last for 45 minutes each, and then we do discussion for like 15 to 20 minutes.
And plus, we have our straight to YouTube content like single player and versus, which we haven't done versus yet. Single players will come out, or co-op, which it'll be like either or we might switch them whenever they come out.
Yeah.
But we're trying to figure out what we can do to actually.
And also getting notoriety on Twitch.
Yeah.
That's the hardest fucking part.
It's difficult to get. I love the name of her podcast. I love the name of her everything. And I love her logo and I love her everything. I just love the stuff. But the issue is that her name is so.
Maybe what you would like to see for certain titles, perhaps. Yeah, we kind of say that as we go along with some games.
Nostalgia Corner.
We were thinking about doing that for co-op, or you and I were thinking about doing a segment like that where one of us plays a game that we know nothing about while the other person knows everything about it.
Yeah, that was.
That was one of the ideas. That's more like of a one-off again. I don't know what we can add. Like I've discussed with Mo that we could get like small-time developers on, which we're not big enough for that yet, unfortunately.
No, we have like 14 followers on Twitch.
17.
Oh.
We had 17 last time.
Press Start Retro talking about classic games. What'd I do? I hit my microphone. Yeah, I hit the microphone real hard on accident. I've been
Well,
doing it all day.
we didn't get what we've been playing established on this episode. We probably should next episode.
We should. And I keep hitting my microphone because my mic stand's broke, and I gotta get another one. Bad. But this one's just kind of rolling across my desk.
So yeah, definitely we need to get a chat box set up for articles next week, and then what we've been playing. We'll do what we've been playing in between the articles and the videos.
Yeah. We should. I think our format now is like the pre-show. That's like just us dicking around and getting ready for the podcast, letting everybody get in and just chatting up. Then articles. And then
the show doesn't start until the actual start.
Yeah, until the articles come up.
Yeah, I mean that would be something that goes on the YouTube, Derek. That just like the way like me and Mo talk is that this is a 2.5 hour podcast sometimes, and we think it's best that we just put, like I think so at least. Me and Mo haven't really came to an agreement yet. I think it's best that we just put our podcast up, weekly like we do, and we just post one single player in between single player, multiplayer, co-op discussion videos, only one of those per week as well.
Yeah. And then a podcast.
Because it is a 2-hour fucking podcast, and it takes a while to fucking listen to if you want to watch other stuff.
It is, but if we get found, we do have 2-hour podcasts as a back catalog, but that's covering news that everybody already knows about.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I thought it would be nice to somewhat incentivize having one-offs, like not super frequently, but more frequently than once a week, in case somebody stumbles onto us and they want more content, but not content that they already know everything about.
Yeah.
Which is why I think it's important to have something separate from the podcast too. Which is why I'm advocating single player so hard.
Yeah, and which you and I need to get together sometime and do a multiplayer versus or something, just so we can at least test the format.
We need to get an episode of Press Start versus rolling. What's your next day off?
Let me look really quick. You can go ahead and start talking about whatever if you need to, but we need to figure something out, because I feel that this podcast can really go places. Like all the way to fucking PAX.
I don't think we're gonna be at PAX anytime soon, but that'd be cool.
Not soon, but eventually.
We just need to find a way to wade through the other channels with the exact same goddamn name. That's our biggest challenge. That is, in my opinion, that's our biggest challenge.
And it's too late to rebrand.
It is too late to rebrand. I mean, I thought about having a segment on my personal channel, a vape and some coffee, where I'm just going to sit and vape and drink some coffee and talk about video games on my personal channel.
Yeah, but then again, like it's like whenever you and I talk outside the podcast, it's like we can't talk about this because we don't have enough steam for the podcast.
Buddy, I can give you some steam.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like because you and I already discussed it, and by then we've already settled it, and then therefore afterwards we just like, we don't care anymore.
Well, there's a thing though, a fine line between discussing it on the podcast and breaking it down on an individual opinionated level on like.
Well, that's what the podcast is for, Mo.
Yeah, I know, but like. We have our conflicting opinions, but then when it comes down to like boiling it down to straight facts and stuff, that's what the discussions are for in single player and stuff. Like boiling it down to single opinion facts.
Do you think they'll add more DLC to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
I don't think so. That's a possibility, but I don't think so. If they do, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, I'll get it then.
I'm probably going to pick it up anyway just so I can have it. Just so like if I'm out and like I have my Switch on me, if me and Fred are on break at work, I can pull out the Switch. We can play Mario Kart for half an hour. You know.
Yeah.
We can make it through a cub.
Yeah, I'm off Monday and Tuesday.
I'm off Monday. If I'm not doing anything, do you want to record versus?
Yeah, we'll have to. We don't know what game we're going to play, but
I don't know. Should we record it at your house?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I have a means of everything being quiet and such.
Yeah, and you have like probably a better setup in general. We'd have to move some like cameras and microphones around.
Yeah.
We need to get. I need to work on my equipment, and because a lot of my equipment has failed since my personal life went to shit for a while there. Like I have a monitor that's sitting here with the auto detect thing bouncing around because my DVI cable's out. I could use this monitor for the podcast and be much more effective. My mic stand is.
Don't worry, Killer. According to Austin, According to Mo, 4 battle arenas is enough because quality over quantity.
It's in a bad shape. 4 ballerinas is not enough. That's dumb.
Okay. So, all right. So, yeah.
Yeah, my microphone stand is just run across my desk with my mic hanging there. It's fucked. But that's alright. Also, only one of my speakers works on my sound system now, and the aux cord broke off in my subwoofer. I'm using a keyboard from like 2002.
What happened to your razor?
A cat pissed in it.
Cat pissed. I'm sorry, but that's funny.
It was a long time ago. I didn't have my computer plugged up. I wasn't using it. I was like it was during my hiatus when like I had a bane against technology, and a cat pissed to my keyboard. When I finally I got back up and I was like, all right, I can do stuff. I still plugged it in. Lights wouldn't come on. Nothing happened. I said, well, maybe this USB port's bunk. Nothing. Fuck.
Okay, so anyway, I guess Mo and I will record sometime this week.
Yeah,
for Versus. My episode of Single Player comes out this Wednesday.
Mine will come out the Wednesday after, and you can bet.
Unless we throw Versus in there.
We should probably do like a Versus next week. Like we should record it on Monday and release it either before or after your episode of Single Player.
Okay.
And then next week my Single Player come out. Of course, we'll have the podcast.
Okay.
And we'll just start.
Because Versus is not a regular.
No.
Like, we're going to make Single Player. The way Single Player is going to work is that like right now it's like completely fucked the way we set it up. But next time we will have the season completely done
before we start releasing it.
Yeah. Because that way we can actually, critique each other's videos and such. Right now we're just kind of going that way. We have a regular weekly schedule.
Deformers. What is Deformers?
The Formers. There's one game I'm really looking forward to, and I think everybody should get it. It's called Hot Lava. It's not out yet, but it's coming out.
I just went to go type in Deformers on Google, and I accidentally looked for deforestation. Fast-paced, frantic multiplayer game.
Oh, I've seen this. I think it's on Steam.
Media. Pre-order now.
No, it's not. Never mind. It's not on Steam. I know I've seen this. We'll actually have to include this on the next show. Somebody's just going to have to remind us.
Yeah, we'll cover it. It looks pretty neat, but I have no idea what the fuck it is, to be honest. It looks like I don't know.
It's like a battle arena game, which looks kind of fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that ends it for today's episode of Press Start. Or this week's episode of Press Start.
The podcast, that is. Make sure to look for Melo's episode of Single Player this coming Wednesday, and we'll have a Versus up sometime this week. Well,
between that Wednesday and the following Wednesday.
Yeah. We'll get the schedule lined out eventually.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But like I said, Versus won't be a regular thing. Neither will co-op or anything like that. But Single Player will be regular, and so will the podcast. But anyway, everybody, I've been Mello.
And I've been Mo.
And we will see you next week. Thank you for watching.
Next week, I talk shit about KFC for leaving cheese out of my goddamn Famous Bowl.